Some of my smartest friends are saying OpenAI's Codex is the super app for AI. They're saying you pair that with GPT 5.5, Images 2.0, and use Codex's interface, and you are going to be unstoppable.
This is a 64-minute Codex tour, but the useful question is much smaller. Should a business user actually switch from Claude, Cursor, Notion AI, browser agents, and random automation tools into one Codex workspace? My take is yes for one category of work, repeatable knowledge work that ends in a real artifact. Research reports, landing pages, lead lists, documents, clips, dashboards, automations. Not yes for everything, and definitely not yes just because a new model name sounds bigger.
It is the only interface that does vibe coding and knowledge work in one platform. If you go to Cursor and ask for a doc, it'll give you, it can create.
The real product shift is not that Codex can code. It is that coding, documents, spreadsheets, slides, images, browser control, and app connectors can live in the same threaded workspace. That changes how you design workflows. Instead of asking which AI chat should answer a question, you ask which workspace should own the whole job. The input files, the instructions, the generated assets, the review loop, and the final export all stay in one place.
So plugins, there's a lot of words right now. People talk about MCPs, they talk about plugins, they talk about skills, they talk about integrations, connectors, right? You have all of these words. And if I'm being honest, the difference between them is very blurry, right? Just I clump all of those words together and I just call them skills. It just makes sense in my brain, right? You have an AI agent by default that's really smart. It can search the web. It can create apps. But if you don't give it any skills, then it's only going to be a generic model.
This is the part most people underrate. Skills are not decoration. They are how you stop prompting from scratch every time. A good skill turns taste, process, file layout, review rules, and tool commands into reusable operating procedure. That matters more than one impressive demo. If your team has to remember every edge case manually, the agent is just a faster intern. If your team can package the process, the agent starts behaving like a system. The browser use demo is exciting, but I would be careful with the conclusion. Computer control is getting better, and yes, it can play with websites and move through apps. But that does not mean every workflow should become screen automation. Use browser control when there is no API, no export, or no cleaner integration. For important jobs, prefer files, connectors, command line tools, and type data. Screens are powerful, but they are also fragile.
Let's say we go through it and we're like, oh my God, we need to do this more often. One thing that you can do is you'll notice here we have this automations tab. I want you to do this every single Friday. Let's do every single Friday for the videos of that week. I want to know what I'm doing wrong. Please create an automation. Oops, I don't know why I didn't pick up on that. Oh, it's because I have my AirPods in. Create automation. 9 a.m. on Fridays. And so it really is that easy to create an automation. You just type in that you want this to happen. This is how I normally set up automations.
So here is the practical rule set. Move a workflow into Codex when it has inputs you can store, steps you can repeat, output you can inspect, and failure modes you can name. Do not move a workflow just because it looks cool in a demo. Start with one narrow job, weekly competitor research, a content queue, sales call summaries, quote extraction, thumbnail briefs, or a QA checklist. Then add memory, a skill, and a publishing step only after the first version works. My verdict is not stop using Claude. It is stop treating AI tools like separate tabs. Codex only wins when it owns the whole job. Inputs, tools, review, export, and publishing. Migrate when that control layer saves real workflow time, not because the demo looks bigger,